got to work. You still got to network. You
Yeah.
know, and put yourself out there, because a lot of times once you get representation, sometimes you feel like, oh, well, I don't have to talk to anybody. But no, you should still network.
Folks drop music so quick, and it's out there. Like, I know people who done blew up ain't never touched the club though.
Right. I put the family, and I put the money, and I put the business first. Right. You know what I mean? You know, rapping is cool, but let's not act like I'm a jit.
Let's keep it. We here to get money too.
Right.
But let's make sure the artists are treated fair.
Right.
So that's one thing that drives me. And two, another thing that drives me is just actually being out in the streets and the love, because the love is real.
The reality of it is it can be draining at times, but it's also rewarding because I have made so many connections. I've met so many wonderful people.
K100 Radio.
You might hear some people call me Big Cake, you know what I'm saying?
Big cakes.
That's the 2022 things they done picked up now.
Big cake. Okay, I ain't heard that. All right, big cakes. All right, then, big cakes.
Period.
All right.
Just log on to makingitmag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's makingitmag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
Until showtime.
Yo, it's happening, Swin. It's the young and in charge DJ Brazy Beats, the hottest teen DJ in the city. Tune into my trap thing, I'll make sure every Saturday 1 to 2 p.m. on K100 Radio. I'm spinning all the latest music from trap, drill, alternative underground, and you know we sliding on them new Atlanta hits on Big Guy, you dig?
Do you want that whole thing back, like songs by Outkast, 3 6 Mafia, and UGK? Then tune in to the Down and the Dirty Mix Show with J Prez and DJ T Did That on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. right here on the award-winning K100 Radio.
Playing the hottest hip-hop and R&B in the nation. K100 Radio. Listen to us on the TuneIn app 24/7 on the go.
Yeah. When you tell me pull up, I'm there. You know I'm real, that's real.
It's going down. Here's another exclusive interview on K100 Radio. You are tuned to K100 Radio.
What up, though?
Hip-hop and R&B.
What's happening?
K100, you bastards.
What up, though? K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the show. Hold on a second. Let me get the IG and everything loaded up. What's up, everybody? What's happening there? K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzard. Welcome again to the show. All right, so I want to make sure that you guys understand that we are rocking right now with the homie Dangerous Rob. We're getting ready to have a direct line interview with the homie, and it's definitely getting ready to go down. I'm going to get ready to open up the phone lines. Let me get my phone line over here opened up real quick. Hey, yo, Dangerous Rob. Dangerous Rob, what's good, fam? Hold on a second. Let me turn your mic on. My bad. That'll help. All right, Dangerous Rob, what up, bro?
Hey, what's cracking, Blizzard? We in the building, sir.
What's going on, fam?
Appreciate you for bringing me back on.
Absolutely, bro. So the homie Dangerous Rob is in the building, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching the show. If you want to call in and give a shout out to Dangerous Rob, the number's 516-387-1523. Again, 586-387-1523. All right. Shout out to the homie, man. What's good, fam? So I'm glad that you got a chance to, call in over here, bro, and rock with us, man. I know that we've been rocking with you for a long time over here at K100 Radio.
Yes,
you got
sir.
some new music out. You a grinder, so we got a lot to talk about because it's been a minute since we had a conversation. But you got some new music, we got some videos
Yes,
and
sir.
everything lined up for you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So definitely looking forward to just hearing this new music. You a total vibe, bro. You a grinder and your music and your beats be banging. So I'm looking forward to just sharing this with the people. You know what I'm saying? But before we go any further, bro,
sir.
I'm gonna give you the floor. I want you to go ahead, how we always do over here at K100 Radio for our direct line interviews. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to our listening audience, man. You got it, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, yo, this is your guy, Dangerous Rob, originally out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, home of Black Wall Street, Tulsa veteran, been around for about 30 years, 8 albums strong, and just humbly representing and appreciating, me being able to come on your show and do my thing. I know you've been putting it down for quite some time, like you said before, we did some things, a few years back, and I just want to commend you, for staying on and supporting independent artists.
Absolutely.
And again, it's your boy straight out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. We're going to represent tonight for sure.
All right, man. For sure, definitely. So let's go ahead and get into it.
You are tuned to K100 Radio,
Dangerous Rob
hip hop
is in
and
the building.
R&B.
Dangerous Rob is in the building.
K100, you bastards.
All right, man. So let me just run it down for me. Like, what's been up since the last time we had this conversation? You feel what I'm saying? Like, what's really popping? What's really good? Tell everybody about this journey. Now, I know last time, and we got 2 new songs that we're getting ready to play, and we got videos. So if you're watching the live stream right now, if you're watching this over on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We got some videos for you. Now, of course, if you're listening to this on K100radio.com or if you're listening to it on our mobile app, you'll hear the music, you'll hear everything loud and clear. But if you're watching the replay or whatever, you're going to be able to see the videos, and we got some videos that we want to run. But tell me, man, what's really going on with your grind right now, fam?
Well, I'm working, not working, but I'm about to release this last project of mine. I'm 8 albums deep and, coming to an end of this, and then going to reach back out and start, pushing the artists up out of my city. But I just been working and grinding. And like you just said, we got 2 new records. We got the I Love You single, which is the one that's banging now. And then we got 4 Black Wall Street, which is, a representation of, the city I'm from, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I just been grinding, getting my music out there and making it crack independently.
Absolutely.
Soaking up all my publishing and, all my streaming money and putting all of that in my pocket.
That's what's up.
What I'm saying?
So, and 8 albums. All right. First of all, that's a real grind. First of all, let me go ahead and do that, like, because it takes a lot to keep going. Yeah, it takes a lot, bro. It takes a lot to keep going as an indie, bro. Like, even with me, like even I never felt like I would ever reach that point, but even myself, I got frustrated at one point. You feel what I'm saying about, like, just burnt out from just making music, and you know what I'm saying, things not necessarily going the way you plan. But if you really love to make music, you're gonna keep making music. There's people that make music because they want to get fame, and there's just people that make music because you love to make music. And I'm pretty sure you're the latter, right. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I just got I got a passion to create music, but Blizzum, you got something. I done heard your stuff. I don't know why you got frustrated. So I'm like, I don't know if the listeners know, but you got something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I appreciate that, brother. I really appreciate that. That respect and that salute. But it was never the music for me. I was always a lab rat, and I feel like you probably kind of, me and you are the same. Like, we could sit in the studio for hours, right? I'm pretty sure you could. Right. Even if we're not doing something on our own music, you probably can just sit in there and vibe out with another artist, vibe out the beats, right? Just get inspired, and that's cool. But the part that wears you down, well, I take that back. That wore me down was the other side, the actual business side of it, where the relationships the relationships that are necessary that you got to do, and the things you got to do to try to get to that next level, and just some of it, I just got tired of just playing those games with certain people. So tell me, how do you? Because you got to play those same games. There's one music business, right? And I'm pretty sure you have to play some of those same games. So how do you keep yourself going when you know you got a banger, but you also know, okay, I got to pay this, cake that, shake this hand, go to this event again for the 1,000th time, maybe, and hopefully something. Like, how do you keep yourself motivated to keep playing that same game? Even though I know you getting money off your streams and everything, and I was making money per se. I was in the CD era, so I actually used to sell CDs. I would do pretty good. I would always recoup what I already spent, except for my very first album. But just the grind of it all, just dealing with, like, media, DJs, and all that stuff when you were independent artists, can get frustrating. How do you keep going?
Well, I know that, you got to treat every business the same, and every business for us, we have to wear a mask, right? So just being patient and understanding the business, and do we curse or we don't curse on here?
No, you good, bro. You know how we get down over here. Dangerous Rob.
Okay. Well, just being able to weather through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And don't take everything personal. That's how I look at everything. I know that, the majority of people, that I'm dealing with is not, I'm not going to say it's not, really, it's all a business. And that's how I look at it. And I'm going to keep it like that and I'm just patient. But like I said, this will be probably, my final project that I'll actually be the one investing all the money into.
Right.
So, and the reason for that is, like you mentioned, is that, having a deal, with some of the bullshit, especially when you get up in age, it don't matter what's going on. You just have a less tolerance of bullshit, in your life, not only with the music, but just everything. You're less tolerable for, nonsense.
Exactly.
And sometimes there is nonsense that's involved in the music industry.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's pretty much it. And myself, like, many other probably other independent artists, that was just the part that would be just like the breaking point for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo,
right.
I'm just tired of I love music. I love to create music, and I'm still creating music now, but putting out music myself as an artist was just like, you know what? Let me just try to focus on making some money. Let me try to get some syncing going on. Let me just try to get some stuff placed in film and TV and just sit back and collect checks. And you mentioned that earlier. You said your streams and everything was working good for you. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the ways you were able to make revenue as an independent artist right now. You know what I mean? To keep money in your pocket, because when you constantly pouring your money into something and you don't necessarily get no return back, no matter what it is with any business, you know what I'm saying? You're like, okay, maybe this ain't the business for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, if music is different, because a lot of times you have professional indie artists and then you have professional hobbyists. You feel what I'm saying? And people who just like they're really professional, but they don't necessarily make money. You know what I'm saying?
It's the hobbyist that's watering the business down to make it difficult for people that's really passionate and trying to get in there and make things happen. It makes it a little difficult because the business is saturated. But I believe, my overseas following, because I've been doing this, man, since the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? I have a 30-year career and I have a strong following overseas, and that's what's been able to keep me going and, keeping, the finances coming in and being able to maneuver like I maneuver, and not solely depending on what's going on in the States, but like you mentioned, placements, streams, and then the overseas following. I was looking at my royalty statement just yesterday, and I got paid for a record that was streamed overseas from 2016, from a Japanese streaming services. And I'm like, damn, why they wait so long to pay me? You know what I'm saying? But, it's, the international following has been really lucrative, for me, and that's what's really been keeping me going. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, let me ask you this, bro. So, stateside, I know you represent, of course, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast. You know what I mean? The West Coast is in the building. Everybody looking at this live can see clearly you got the Lakers jersey on, you know what I mean? Representing hard. You feel me? And so I mean, I'm sorry to say. Let me veer off real quick. Off topic as far as just music goes. But let me just ask you this question.
You are top. Hey, Blitz, I know you with Miami.
I know. You know I'm a Florida boy at heart. You know what I'm saying? Even though I've been living in Atlanta for 20-something years, I'm all my teams are Florida, But let's talk about your Lakers real quick. Just like 2 minutes. We got time. Bro. Blow it up or not, bro. Just give it to me straight, fam. Blow it up or not, Rob. Blow it up or not.
Not the Magic and Kobe Lakers, but the LeBron Lakers.
Right. Blow it up or not. Blow it up or not, fam.
Okay. Hey, we can talk about the Lakers, man. That's been my team since '76.
Right. So they got swept. Should they blow the team up? Should LeBron retire? Are you ready to just try something different, or do you think they should run it back? It's real quick. What you think?
Well, for me, of what we gave up for LeBron, and I just think it's time to regroup totally, man. We need some fresh young guns in there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way I've been feeling for the last few years.
But let me ask you this, though.
Last year we didn't even make the playoffs. So I was like, man, they need to do something different.
Okay.
We need some outside shooters, and we need somebody. But don't get me wrong, man. LeBron's 38 years old and performing at a high level. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's not like Denver kicked us in the ass. They did sweep us, but every game was close.
Right.
And we just didn't have any outside shooters to bring us over the hump. But I really think as an organization, a Laker organization, that we need to regroup. You know what I'm saying? And, all them old niggas over there, they need to go. And we need to start bringing in some young guns. Hey, this coming from a real life Laker fan. This ain't no, I ain't a fair weather fan. All my teams has been my teams all my life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Listen, fam. Let me just tell you how I feel about it, bro. Like, I'm a Miami Heat fan, right? And LeBron brought us 2 chips. First of all, the amount of hate this man get, as far as just how great he is as a human being and as a black man, it's just sickening to me. Just the hate on him is just like ridiculous. I
feel the same way.
Right.
I feel the same way.
Right, but let me just say this about, and we're gonna get back to the music. But we're 2 sports fans, so we can just have a general conversation while we're doing this interview. This is interesting. This is just 2 black men sports fans talking. Let me tell you something, fam. It's odd that you said, okay, well, we didn't go to the playoffs last year. Well, okay, we know that LeBron was hurt. Okay, so that don't really count. But the other years when LeBron was healthy and he played through the playoffs, y'all basically went to the championship, or y'all went to the Western Conference Finals. Y'all was in the playoffs. So it's weird to hear people say, nah, maybe we need to get rid of. I'm like, bro, y'all went to the point is, you Laker fans are as bad as Dallas. You people are spoiled. You people think that everything, you people are spoiled.
Hey, listen, when you say Dallas, which Dallas you talking about?
Dallas Cowboys. Even though they ain't did shit in fucking 30 years.
That's my team too.
Even though they ain't did shit in 30 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all still expect to be. As a Laker fan, I get it. As a Laker fan, I get it. But Dallas Cowboys just, I want them to have several fucking seats. But as a Laker fan, I get it because y'all have won some championships and y'all been back to back. Y'all had great eras. So I get that y'all, it's like championship or bust, the pedigree. But the Dallas Cowboys ain't won shit since the goddamn early 90s. I mean, cut it out. But, I mean, you guys keep going to the playoffs and to winning. You won in the bubble. I count the bubble because everybody had the same set of rules. So what the fuck y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I don't know, man. But we're going to get back to the music. But I just had to chop it up with you because I know you're a diehard Lakers fan. I'm a diehard Miami fan. We saw y'all in the bubble. Y'all beat us. I'm still mad about it. All right. So we're going to move on. All right. Let's get back to the music.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
All right. K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards.
We're chopping it up with the homie Dangerous Rob. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he's representing that West Side. All right. So listen, fam. Let's talk about what it's like, you know what I'm saying, being on the West Coast. Let's talk about real quick the West Coast grind as an independent artist. Because, you know, we talk to people from all over when it comes to K100 Radio, but give me a little bit of game about what's really going on with the independent grind out there on the West Coast. Are people still rocking with the indies? Are there more opportunities? You know what I'm saying? Like at one point, you know, you got some iconic artists that came out indie style, like E40, you know, back in the day and stuff like that. How is it grinding out there as an independent artist in California? Not forget about Japan and all that. What's that grind like in LA?
Well, you know, LA is the biggest market in the industry, which is going to make it the toughest market to break into. You know, my affiliation, you know, with the Dog Pound has made it where I can have, you know, success, you know, out in California on the West Coast. But, you know, I'm originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I'm able to tackle all markets in between, you know, which is, you know, at Atlanta, Texas, Missouri, Colorado, all of those markets. But, you know, with LA being the biggest market, you know, in the world, you know, it's always going to be difficult to break into that market on the independent level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, all right. And I'm glad you brought up Tulsa so we can go ahead and get into the Black Wall Street record, right? Because that's one of the songs that we get ready to play, and we get ready to rock out with one of your videos. And we got 2 songs. We got Black Wall Street, and we also got I Love You. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that we get a chance to talk about like what inspired Black Wall Street. You feel what I'm saying? And Dean Manuscript. Hey, shout out to my guy Dean Manuscript. When I said something about Dallas, he was like, "Yo," he over there watching on the on the YouTube, like, "Yo, watch it about Dallas." Like, "Yo, chill, fam. Fuck Dallas."
No, man,
right.
you know,
Fuck Dallas,
that's
Dean
the thing
Manuscript.
about being a Cowboy fan and a Lakers fan, that you know that's gonna be passion behind your team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody else jump ship.
Right.
Everybody else jump ship. But if you're a Laker fan and a Cowboy fan, that shows that you know your loyalty. You
Exactly.
get what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I want to circle back. You feel me? And just talk about Black Wall Street, because that's the single. That's the first song that we're gonna play. And I want to tell you, if people don't know the history, you actually give a little bit of a history lesson real quick at the beginning. Black Wall Street. If you don't know about it, just do your homework. But tell me what it's like. Like, how much is that really brought up with you being from Tulsa? How much is that a part of like the culture of the city and being black? Is that because a lot of people don't even know about that until, if it wasn't for the internet, before the internet existed, nobody knew about Tulsa, right? That wasn't. I'm from Florida, where that trash ass fucking governor down there trying to basically revise history, like as if slavery or none of that shit even happened. Fuck Ron DeSantis, and if you voted for him, fuck you too, by the way, and I mean that sincerely. But besides that, you know what I'm saying? I really mean fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, I don't give a fuck what your Republican or not. Like fuck him and fuck you if you helping him along. All right, but we've got people that just wanted to wipe that away like it never happened, and so many people didn't even know about it until the internet came along, and people were actually able to say, "Hey, did you know about this?" To the point where they brung it up in the HBO movie and Watchmen and everything. But tell me what it was like being from Tulsa, and you probably know about it because of the city, but like, you would travel places and nobody ever heard of it. Talk about growing up in Tulsa and being black and doing hip hop.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Blizzum, we, you know, in school history, it wasn't taught in school history. I didn't find out, you know, my family members that I have descendants from Black Wall Street in my family, but it was never discussed. You know, I really didn't, you know, find out about the history and the culture until I went to Langston University, which is a HBCU in Oklahoma. But, you know, the grind is just as hard, you know, coming out of Oklahoma, because there's no major labels, you know, in Oklahoma. So that makes your grind, you know, even harder if you're trying to make it in the music industry. And, you know, before as Black Wall Street, man, it's, you know, it was destroyed. You know, that's the history. You know,
Right.
It was a high level of player hate, you know what I'm saying, of successful, you know, black people that were having success, and they destroyed it. You know what I'm saying? And when they destroyed it, it's kind of like it took the heart out of the city. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of hatred, you know, not only amongst racism, but hatred toward us as people. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? As black people. And I think, you know, because of the city, and of course it was back in 1921, man, and I really don't want to harp on it, but I just believe that because that occurred in the city, you know, that took away our identity.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, other cultures, of course, you know, my family is from Los Angeles, so they came, and then other people start coming from other states, and it just changed the whole culture of the way, you know, Black Wall Street and the morals and ethics that it had back then of black people
Right.
sticking together.
Right.
Because, you know, I'm not sure if the listeners are aware, but, you know, our city get a bad rap because we're on First 48 every other week. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something about that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, fam. Like, okay, just being somebody who grew up not from the Midwest and grew up in the South, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm gonna tell you straight up, fam. Like, there is nothing about Tulsa, Oklahoma that I ever thought would be interesting. Like, I don't know what I thought about Tulsa because I've never been to Tulsa, but just...
You gotta, hey, Blizz, we gotta take a trip, man. And you'll see that, you know, the history,
right?
You know,
right.
the history of our city.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying that because I love the First 48. Like, the First 48 is one of my favorite shows. So when they did First 48 Tulsa, right? I'm like, oh it's gangster out there like that. Like, they be really, and that's like that's literally like my first impression. It's crazy.
I've been across the world, sir. Tulsa is a rough city. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel safer I feel safer in LA than I would in Tulsa because LA, the sections of the gangs is sectioned off.
Right.
But in Tulsa, it's all renegades, so you don't know where you at or what. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what makes the city different.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
But, yeah.
So
Tulsa is a rough city, man.
Yeah. And I realized that from watching First 48. Up until that point, I had no idea. I thought y'all niggas was still riding on horses out there and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, everybody.
K100, you bastard.
All right, let's get into the music.
Tear your head off in Tulsa, bro.
All right, so since we talked about Tulsa and we talked about Black Wall Street, let's go ahead and jump into the music. We're gonna go ahead and rock out with this first video, man. I want you to go ahead and give me a segue. You feel me? Like, talk to me about Black Wall Street. Talk to me about the vision that you wanted to have for this particular record, and we're gonna go ahead and play it. If you guys are watching on the live streams, you'll be able to see this video. If you're watching on the if you're watching on YouTube, please, first of all, if you've never heard of us or you're just rocking out with Dangerous Rob, make sure that you please subscribe to our channel. I see that we got somebody on the phone lines. Rob, we'll bring somebody. I see somebody wants to chime in and holler at us, 918-840. I will come to your phone line in a second. Just give me a minute. We're going to play this video, and then I'll come back and check in with anybody on the phone lines that want to holler at you and want to give a shout out. If you do want to holler at us, remember the phone number is 516-387-1523. It's scrolling across the screen if you're watching the live stream. Again, 516-387-1523. That is the number that you can call in right now and give a shout out or holler at Dangerous Rob. So I want you to go ahead and just introduce this video, man. You know, give me your idea from when you decided to make a song called Black Wall Street. I see you got a feature on it. Just tell us about it, and then we'll jump right into the video, bro.
Yes, sir. So, for Black Wall Street, Player 1000, who's a veteran MC like myself, from Tulsa, and we kind of like, the originators of the hip hop scene over there, and the centennial, the 100-year centennial. There was a lot of celebrations, around the city. So, Universal wanted to do a song, for the reached out to me to do the song, for the culture for Black Wall Street. So we knocked it out. Then we hit Greenwood and some of the other spots in the video just to make it, make it a classic, meaningful video and just a nice representation,
right,
of the city, Tulsa, and Black Wall Street. You get what I'm saying?
Right, for sure.
So it's a positive, nice record with a West Coast groove, and we just, that's how we match. You get what I'm saying? So, Universal reached out, needed a record, wanted a record, and we made it happen.
All right, so let's check this out, man. The name of this joint is called Black Wall Street, and again, you will be able to hear the music on the live on the broadcast if you're listening on K100radio.com or our mobile app. Thank you for listening in, or on TuneIn Radio. We appreciate you for rocking with us over here for this direct line interview with Dangerous Rob. All right, let's check this video out, man.
Yes, sir, we in the building.
Let's go. This is Dangerous Rob. Name of this joint is called Black
Between
Wall
the
Street.
1870s and the beginning of World War I, Black pioneers settled more than 100 all-black towns.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Among the most well-known was a black district in Tulsa, Oklahoma, known by its residents as Greenwood.
For 1921,
yep, Dangerous Rob,
Player 1G,
Black Wall Street,
Greenwood,
forever.
This is for the town, Black Wall Street side. This is for the town, Black Wall Street side.
1921. Here I come, Dangerous Rob. Gotta represent where I'm from, Greenwood, Arch, and Pine. Canny folk done lost their mind. A closed mouth, homie, don't get fed. A lazy hustler, homie, don't get bread. Greenwood to Charlie, boy, we ain't scared. Ain't easy in the middle, you heard what Chuck said. It gets dangerous when I apply the pressure. And I'ma ride for my ancestors. It ain't a mystery. You can't erase our history, you better be. Bring back the Greenwood Jubilee, a king still holding his crown. Legends came through to represent for the town. No banjos, we ain't playing no fiddles. Dangerous Rob from the middle with Player 1 Jizzle.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Mr. Brady's class. What we're going to talk about today? Tulsa race riot? Actually, we don't talk about it.
Mindset set mine on winning. Hold up, let me take you back to beginning. 1921, call it retrospect. Much respect as I reflect in my dialect. Never knew the history of Greenwood. Just knew I had to grind to get my dream good. Used to wonder why I hustled with a passion. While they were taking breaks, I took action. Guess the spirit of my elders is embedded. Black Wall Street is me, I'm so connected. But my school books would never give us credit. Try to talk about the massacre, they did it. But finally the cat is let out the bag, and the world knows just how we secured the bag. Back in 1921 we set the precedence. Wealthy black community of excellence. That's why we unify for Dickie Rowland. And we vow to give our all to keep this rolling. This for those that showed us how to rise from the hood. Black Wall Street, Northside, Greenwood, salute. Okay. Let's go. For Black Wall Street. Okay. Let's go. For Black Wall Street.
You are tuned to K100 Radio. Hip-Hop and
Radio, I'm your host,
R&B.
Blizzum. What up, dog?
K100, you bastards.
K100 Radio, I'm your host, Blizzum. This is Ill or Kill. Excuse me, I said Ill or Kill. Oh, my God. This is a direct line interview. I said Ill or Kill. That's something I'm so used to doing my show. This is a direct line interview with Dangerous Rob. This is not Ill or Kill. In fact, this is a direct line interview with Dangerous Rob. And that was his joint, Black Wall Street.
You don't have them niggas calling up there saying no.
Saying kill. No, it's not. We ain't asking for your damn opinion today. All right, we just jamming out. Yo, you know it's crazy because you got like,
yes, sir.
Like, I know you from Tulsa, but obviously, you know what I'm saying? The West Coast, besides the Lakers, influence you. And I know Tulsa is the Midwest. Like sometimes we just forget like the Midwest is the Midwest. So you guys are gonna gravitate to that style. But it's your beats, like it really sounds like, you know, drop top 6-fold Impala, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, with switches on it, music, like the beats. How much did the West Coast really influence your influence you as far as a creative? Because I could tell on the production, it definitely had some influence.
Oh yeah, you know the producer that made the music on that particular song, P Dog. He's a West Coast producer, so you know, one of the producers that I work with and produces the music. But my family, you know, is from California. Like you mentioned, the riots. You know, after the riots, and they tore the city up. You know, a lot of the families migrated to the West Coast for the factory movement, and that's how, you know, our family was planted, you know, on the West Coast, in,
right?
You know, Los Angeles, California. But you know, Tulsa has a really big influence of West Coast vibe. You know, the Gap Band,
right,
which is originally from, you know, Tulsa, and they invented, you know, the G-Funk sound. So
right.
That's kind of like the sound that we ride with, you know, back at the house. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it. So, we're gonna get ready to go into the next one because we got it. You know, we running up against the clock and everything. So I want to make sure that we get the next one, the "I Love You" joint, loaded up over here. We getting ready to load that up. Dean Manuscript, my homie Dean Manuscript, Tri-Coastal Radio over there watching on the live stream. He's giving you a thumbs up on that joint. Hey, I definitely think, you know what I'm saying, get with him. You know, I try to plug you guys together. You know what I'm saying? He has a really dope show, and platform too. He's over there watching. He's giving that joint.
Okay, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying,
You
a
gotta
thumbs
link
up.
me in with him, Blizzum.
Yeah.
And you guys send me some of that music. You used to have it on the site. Is it still on K100?
I mean, you mean like
What
your
you
music?
do with your stuff, man?
Man, yo, my music is everywhere, bro. Like, if I release it, it's out there, except for my very, very old stuff. I have purposely cut my very old stuff off the net. But everything that happened from maybe about 2006 and up is available online, pretty much, except some stuff.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. It's on Spotify
I
and
used to
stuff
go
like that.
right on your site and bang out.
Yeah, I changed it a little bit. I changed it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I changed it up a little bit. All right, so let's
I just want people to know that how you put it down, big dog.
I know.
'Cause, I was a big fan of your stuff. Though.
I appreciate that love, homie. Like, no, seriously, it means a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? When people recognize the artist side of me, because I actually started doing this, for the artist. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I get it. If nobody else that you do interviews with or internet radio or any kind of media, if anybody don't understand, if nobody else gets you artists, I trust and believe I get it. Even though I may not agree about some things, I legit get it. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So, I want to play the I Love You record. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that we get that one because that's the new song, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yes,
so let's talk about that one. Let's talk about that record, man. Like, what's the inspiration? We got the video loaded up. Remember, if you're listening on K100radio.com on the mobile app, you hear the song. But if you're watching on all the streaming platforms, you'll be able to see the video. Let's talk about that one, man. Let's talk about I Love You. Give me a rundown about what we're getting ready to get into.
I Love You is, of course, it got that banging ass West Coast beat on there, and if you'll see in the video that it's West Coast influence. But I wanted to do a sentiment for humanity, not just black people, but all people, because of what we're going through right now, and everybody need a hug. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to, just send love out, like I say in the song, love me like you love the plug. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And everybody love a hookup. You feel me? So, I Love You was a sentiment for humanity, no matter what race you are, what religion that you follow. I Love You is universal across this whole planet, right?
Right.
And that's why I wrote the record, because I wanted humanity to know any human being that's going through something, or any human being that's on top of their game, that we love you, and I wanted to get that message out. And I remember when I first dropped the record and I dropped it on FB, that created a wave where everybody was like, I love you, for this. If I hadn't said anything to you or we hadn't talked, I love you. And that's what the record is for, is to erase the hate and the pain that this country's going through, and for us to come together and say that, hey, man, I love you no matter what. You get what I'm saying?
And it's interesting that it's so interesting that you follow up a record like Black Wall Street with I Love You. I want to make sure, because it was something I knew it was something I was forgetting. We got somebody on the line before I play this record. I want to bring this person on the line real quick. Area code 918-840. I'm sorry, I realized I was like, wait, it was something I was supposed to do before I play the next record. But I want to get the callers, somebody that calls in. I definitely want to grab them. Area code.
Bring them online, man.
Actually, yeah. Area code 918-840. What's up? Who's this?
Man, this is Young Black, man.
What's going on, Young Black?
I'm in the building. Hey, man.
That's my guy, Blizzum.
All right. What's happening, homie?
Hey, man. Hey, when that boy said CULSA for Black Wall Street, I was all in that thing, because guess what? I am from Black Wall Street.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you from Tulsa too, right, homie? You from Tulsa?
Straight up, off the north side.
All right. So let me.
That's my guy. That's we rap together, Biz. That's my hype man.
Okay. So let me ask him then real quick, since we got him on the air and we live. This is K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
Just so y'all clear.
K100, you bastard.
We rocking with Dangerous Rob. You know what I'm saying? We got Tulsa in the building tonight. Hey, listen, homie. So talk to me real quick. What? Give me something that Rob may have missed. What do we need to know about Tulsa that you listen and hear like, oh man, he ain't mentioned this? Give me something real quick that Dangerous Rob didn't cover and tell us about Tulsa real quick. Give me some background. Give my listeners and our viewers some information
All right.
that they may not know.
So, like you said, for the most part, we have a major West Coast influence, but we also have a South pull because we right next to Texas. You know what I mean? So, regardless of what people may think, because like you said too, though. I've been checking you out, bro. And don't you ever say we riding horses down here, because we don't ride horses, baby. But that's the you know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because me and Rob had this conversation the other day. You know what I mean? Of how people view, but like Scarface said before too, though. You know what I'm saying? And no, I ain't never rode a horse before. I have. Don't get me wrong, but that ain't what we doing around here. We ain't got horses and carriages and all that. You know what I mean? But that's the perception that people get. But when they come out here, bro, it's a whole new experience, because they like, you know what I mean? If you ever listen to a couple of Rob's tracks, you know what I'm saying? He'll tell you it's the same in the thug, green stuff, the bag, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Same thing they doing over there, we doing over here too, though.
Right. You know what though? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I mean, this is a show. I'm trying to be entertaining, but one thing I learned a long time ago is the fucking hood in every city. I don't give a shit where you go. I've been overseas. It goes down in every city. I don't care what it is. If it's a city, there's somebody on the shit that you own somewhere. Point blank. Period. Whatever you own. Whatever you think you really want to be on, you may not run across them, but it's somebody on the shit that you own. Definitely, always, at all times. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You say that, but I don't think it's a hood in Idaho, bro.
No, it is. And I went to one in Boise, and I never thought I was in Boise, and niggas took me to the hood in Boise. I was like, that's it. That proof. Nigga, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna really fuck y'all up. I was in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Canada. Nigga, I went to the projects. When I say projects, I mean red brick. Them niggas got a project in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And them shits look like red bricks where I'm from, down back home in Florida. A real project, bro. Like, that fucked me up. Like, at that point, I was like, at that point, there's a hood in every part of the world, was proven right. When I was in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Canada, back in 1990, that was when I was in the military. That's the first time I went to like Canada, right? And it was 1995. And them niggas was still wearing Jerry curls, and they had projects. And at that point, I knew it's a hood in every city was true. You know what I'm saying? At that point, for real. All right, we got to keep it pushing. Yeah, we got to keep pushing. Hey, caller. Hey, homie, I appreciate you calling in real quick. You want to give one more shout out before we go to the video, homie? You got it.
Hey, shout out to Tulsa. You know what I mean? Hey, when you see that black hoodie with the peace signs in the video, that be me. You know what I mean? And I don't normally do the videos, but I had to make a cameo because this record right here, bro, it's a song for humanity. This represents everything that Dangerous Rob has done in the tenure of he said 30, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, 30 plus years. You know what I mean? This represents the humility, the humble man, the from the streets, you know, being raised, you know what I mean, how we was raised in the hood,
right?
But also that God man in him, you know, and bro, this one right here, bro, for me it was different. But at the same time, I'm like, it's well needed at this moment. Right.
Well, listen, I appreciate you calling in, fam. Thank you for rocking with us. Also, shout out to K Sergio checking in from Seattle, but he's from Tulsa on the YouTube. Shout out to him. All right, we get ready to get into it. All right, Dangerous Rob, go ahead and give me that drop. And we finna jump. Give me that drop, and we're gonna jump right into I Love You, the new joint.
Hey, this is Dangerous Rob on K100Radio.com with my guy Blizzum, and y'all check out the new video I Love You. Shush.
Let's get to it, fam. K100 Radio.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
K100, you bastards. I love you.
how you wanna be treated. Don't be scared to say that I love you. I love you. We passed that red and blue. We trying to make it home. We ain't trying to lose, homie. Did I tell you I love you? Life is a lesson of progression I done learned, homie. All love to the ones that turned their back on me. Give my blessings to. Keep pressing to. Love the ones who rejected or neglected you. This love ain't physical, this love is spiritual. Like you love your child, this love is unconditional. Saying that I love you should be your ritual. I love all races, love you unconditional. Saying I love you is my reality. We gotta overcome police brutality. Increase my salary and reduce my calories. And for humanity, have a duality. I love you, no matter how big I get. Let's love the homeless and less fortunate. All this hate in this world, I had to lace it with love. Love me like you love the plug. Let's go. Poor, rich, Democrat or Republican. Teach our kids how to act in the public and be solid, and keep it 100. When you show love, blessed come in abundance. And if you owe me paper, I love when you run it. But down to my last, been there and done it. Dreams come true, be prepared for your breakthrough. I had to come through and let you know that I love you. I love you.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B. You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Oh, my bad. Hold on, do it again.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, Hip Hop and R&B.
Yeah, I go. K100 Radio.
K100, you bastards.
That was Dangerous Rob. All right, Dangerous Rob, man. We gotta get ready to get up out of here, man. We ran over, but it was a great conversation, fam. So before we get ready to go, man, tell everybody where they can find all this music, bro. Where can they find all this music, fam?
All of the music is streaming online on all the major, streaming sites. So, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, Tidal, the music is there. You'll find pretty much over 30 years of music all online, that I've done. And also, don't forget about my group DPNG, which is Dog Pound Next Generation. We out there too. So, Blizzum, I appreciate everything you've done and the support, brother.
Absolutely.
Can't ask for nothing more, from an artist, to a radio announcer, that someone has his own major platform and to bring me on and support me, bro.
For sure.
I love you.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, man. And I love you back, brother. And keep grinding, man. You definitely a consummate professional. Like I said, man, like good, bad, or indifferent what people feel about the bars, what have you. You always professional. You always humble. You know what I'm saying? The music is always on point. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage people to go check out Dangerous Rob. Look into him. You feel me? Tulsa in the building. All right, representing. Shout out to Tulsa.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we getting ready to wrap this up, man. Shout out
America.
You know what it is, man. Listen, if you're watching live right now, all right, make sure if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, fam. Like, do that, and also make sure that you follow us on all the social media platforms. Please download our mobile app. Someone hit me to the fact that we they had like a brand new phone, and they were having problems downloading the mobile app because it needed to be updated. We're on that, all right? So just give us maybe a couple of days. We already talked to our developers, and they will have that ready for you. So today is the 25th of May. But they said by before June 1st or something like that, around Tuesday or something, the app will be updated, and you'll be able, if you got a brand new phone, like because they just changed the OSs and stuff, just check that out and go back and try to re-download it. We apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? They just pushed out an update. We had to change our little, it's technical. Don't worry about it. We'll be good next week. All right, that's all you need to know. K100 Radio, K100radio.com, at K100_radio. You're on the YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. Download the mobile app. K100 Radio. We out.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.
And swing. It's the youngin' in charge, DJ Brazy Beats, the hottest teen DJ in the city. Tune into my trap thing, I'll make sure every Saturday 1 to 2 p.m. on K100 Radio. I'm spinning all the latest music from trap, drill, alternative underground, and we sliding on them new Atlanta hits on Big Guy, you dig?
What's good? This is Kelby Cannon, publisher of Making It Magazine, here to let all my independent artists, producers, and DJs know about MakingItMag.com. Not only are we Atlanta's #1 magazine for the urban music industry, but we're a national platform that provides real opportunities, real exposure, and real industry connection. Just log on to MakingItMag.com. Sign up for your membership and start submitting music to get booked on major shows, magazine features, radio interviews, sponsorships, and more great opportunities. That's MakingItMag.com. Doing dope stuff for dope artists. 10 years strong.
You are tuned to K100 Radio, hip hop and R&B.